Good afternoon. My name is Mina Malak, and I'm working in G&D in the project management department, and responsible for the payment and NFC projects in the Middle East and North African region. In today's presentation, I will try to get through the ecosystem of the NFC, which is the hot topic. There is a special theater for the NFC in this exhibition, so it's the most hot topic currently is discussed. And first, I want to introduce my company, Giesecke Devrient, founded on 1852. So we have been 160 years in the field, doing a lot of secure printing, banknote processing machines, SIM cards and smart cards industry, and a lot of EMV cards, in addition of the software and services in the field of NFC, OTA servers, and government solutions. In today's presentation, I will try to get the conventional ecosystem that everybody is aware of, everybody is using today, and what are the adaptation or what are the new building blocks that we are putting in the existing ecosystem to enable the NFC. Also, we'll discuss about the NFC rollouts, successful NFC rollouts. And here I'm saying rollouts, it's not demos anymore, it's rollouts, it's running everywhere, and there are a lot of implementations worldwide, and we will see some success factors in these implementations which we have done. So the first part, the conventional contact payment. How it goes, it's like this. You have the EMV card, put it in the POS, and you do the transaction. 5 years back, this was taking a lot of time to migrate, but now we can say that EMV migrations are already everywhere. There are national migrations. There are a lot of mandates by the payment schemes. So we can say that the EMV migration is a pretty mature technology, and everybody in the world is moving to EMV, especially some markets like China and US, where they were 5 years back, where they were very far from EMV, but now we can see them migrating. So with this chip technology coming, we have a lot of enablement on the chip, which can have a big size of the chip, a big chip capabilities. We can do a lot of things on the chip. And also, on the same time, all of this application which can be loaded in this EMV chip will lead to a lot of queues and a lot of slow transaction times. So there are a next step, which is very close to EMV, which introduced the contactless, or adding the antenna to the card body. Adding the antenna to the card body will make sure that the queues will be shortened, transaction will be faster. So it's very simple. You have the card, which can communicate to the reader, and this reader can be a Visa transaction, MasterCard transaction, any other payment scheme. It can be access for lounges. It can be a hotel access. It can be even loyalty. It can be anything using this contactless technology. So the card and the terminal can communicate using the contactless technology. But all of this is still in the field and the arena of the EMV. So the ecosystem is still relying on the current secure infrastructure, which we have in the personalization bureaus, which we have in the banks currently. It's still relying on the Visa and MasterCard and the payment scheme mandates, still relying on EMV Co certifications. So we are definitely sure that all the products are compliant with all the current standards. There are a lot of keys, certificate, and security features in the current setup, which is already there and deployed everywhere. And also, what we can say that the current setup of the EMV, it's smooth. There is a smooth operation. We know this is the file, this is the card management system, this is the card supplier, this is the Perso Bureau. We know that all players or the stakeholders of an EMV project, which of course running under the umbrella of the regulating authority. So we can say that the current setup is compliant with the central bank requirements and all the government entities which are involving or forcing such setups. But when we move to NFC, we have a lot of things coming in. We can have a lot of payment cards in the mobile, credit cards, more than one credit cards can be in the same mobile, and debit cards. You can have identity. You can have a lot of biometric application even in this identity. You can have download content. You can manage who is downloading what. A lot of ticketing applications, a lot of configuration on the device that you can do, a lot of digital right management, so you can implement an encryption algorithm inside the phone, so this certain media will be displayed only to certain people who has this algorithm implemented. You can have a physical access to companies, to government authorities, and of course a lot of loyalty schemes that can be applied. So all of this will require some changes because it's not, maybe it's not by default complying with the current government, with the current payment scheme requirements. So there are a lot of things that coming to the architecture of the NFC projects, and also a lot of players are coming. So one of the most crucial parts in the NFC is the secure element. Secure element is the hardware module where the payment application or the loyalty application will be sitting in. Why it is the secure element? Because normally the current SIM card, the current mobile phones, the current infrastructure is not secure enough. It's not EMV certified. It's not Visa, MasterCard certified. So we have to include a secure element, a secure SIM card, a secure embedded chip, or even an accessory, or a memory card. All of this should be in a secure way, which is compliant with all the security features required by the payment schemes and the government authority. So that's why the first key factors is the secure element. What are the secure elements that you're gonna use? Is there a preferred secure element? Of course, there is no preferred secure element that we can promote, but it depends on the model. Is it using the MNOs? Is it using the handset? Is it using the SD card itself, or you are just relying on an accessory for a specific mobile phone? So it depends on the model that you want to implement. So back to the conventional parts, we have the issuer bank doing the personalization for a contactless or a contact card, and then you can have a transit or a retail. Of course, you have the acquirer network in the background. But with the NFC, we have more players, and here I'm discussing it on an MNO basis. So we have a telco operator involved, and this telco operator will personalize the payment application on the same card, which means that some information about the personalization should be exchanged between the bank or the perso bureau or whoever the entity which was handling the personalization should be somehow transferred to the mobile network operator in order to the MNO to do the personalization. So we have a new building block like the TSM, which is a bit new in the payment arena. OTA, it's a bit new for banks. Of course, MNOs, they know OTA very well. But what is OTA? What is TSM? So all of this will be personalized on the same card to use in the NFC phone, and then again, it can go to the consumers, and they can still use it on the normal channels for retail transit access. So we have new players and new blocks. OTA, TSM. Here we're talking about the OTA. What is the OTA? It's the over-the-air technology, which is already there with the mobile network operators. When you want to activate the 3G, the GPRS, sometimes you just call them and they will send you some SMSs or something that will enable some service on your SIM cards. This is the OTA infrastructure, which you can rely on to personalize the card over the air. We can send the mobile network operator our data, our customer data, credit card data, and then they can personalize the card over the air, under the condition that the SIM card that will be used will be an NFC secure element SIM card. It means that it's fulfilling all the security requirements by the payment schemes to have a credit card residing inside. What else we have? We have the TSM, the Trusted Service Manager. This is one of them crucial players in the NFC projects. TSM, it's establishing the link between whatever the entity doing the service. Maybe it will be McDonald's doing some loyalty programs for them. So they will be the service provider in this case. They have to talk to the mobile network operator. They have to talk to the entity that will personalize the secure element in a secure way and in a defined way. So we need a layer called TSM. Using this layer, we have standardized messaging services between the involved entities. Without TSM, the solution or the architecture may be like this. Everyone is defining a proprietary communication between the entities, and we will end up with something called spaghetti TSM. It's a new term we just invented, so it will be like this. But with TSM, we can rely on a standardization of the communication between the involved entities, between a bank and an MNO to personalize a SIM card, between a retail shop and an internet service provider who can personalize a secure element on the internet channel, not the OTA server. So all of this, we just want to make sure that there is a standardization of the process, and the TSM will fulfill this. TSM also will fulfill all the requirements of MasterCard and Visa because it will be handling a lot of confidential data of the customers, the cardholder data, the financial data we are saying. So that's why we can see that the TSMs are getting certification from the payment schemes now. In G&D, we have a lot of certified Visa and MasterCard TSMs because we have to apply, and there is a new criteria. We can see a lot of companies who are working just to certify TSMs. So it's a new things coming to everywhere. Focusing more on the TSM, a bit technical slide. We can just divide the TSMs to two main categories. The service provider TSM and the secure element issuer TSM. To make it simple, we can have it on a running project. If there is a bank teaming up with an operator to have a credit card on the same card of that operator, then the same card is owned by that operator. So this operator is the secure element issuer. Secure element issuer, because they are issuing the SIM card. And this SIM card, in our case, is the secure element. So in this case, the operator will have the secure element issuer TSM. They own this secure element. But at the end, the consumer or the customer, the end customer, will go to the bank asking for credit cards. And the bank will give them the way to get their credit cards on the same cards. So the bank is the service provider in this case. So we have a service provider and we have a secure element issuer. It can be one entity. But I'm just trying to simplify it in a model where a bank and an MNO are teaming up to have an NFC project. So in this case, the service provider TSM will handle the key management activities inside the secure element to personalize the card. But the secure element issuer will, like, maybe we can say, like renting the space inside his secure element for banks, for retailers, for government entities to put their own application inside. So we'll have the secure element like this, which can be owned by a MNO or any other issuer. And they have several spaces for service provider. So we can have a service provider 1, 2, 3, and the service provider can install the applet or the application. SD is for security domain. It means that every provider will take a security domain inside this secure element. No one can access. So even if this SIM card will have 2 credit cards from 2 different banks, I can guarantee that each credit card is in a separate secure domain or security domain, which will not interfering or making any mixing with other application inside this secure element. That's why we have to define the security domain per each application. So this is a bit technical slide, but it's just showing how exactly it can interface two TSMs together. One of the crucial things also here is to see the NFC cycle and see how the players are going on. So we have an NFC mobile. NFC mobile, it means that this mobile has the required antenna and the required technology to deal and communicate with the readers or the POS or whatever the reader or the access points that will be installed. This is the first point. And 5 years back, we have only 5 to 6 makes and models of NFC mobiles. Now we have more than 60. So it shows how far the NFC or the handset manufacturers are in a big race to have an NFC phone. And of course, this phone will communicate with a secure element. Secure element, as we said before, can be embedded, can be an accessory, can be on the same card. So we have another players who are providing the secure element. We have also the channels that will personalize the secure element. It can be an internet-based channel. It can be an OTA server channel. We have also the issuer of the SE. Now we know that someone will be handling the issuing of the secure element, and will have the TSM SEI, the secure element issuer TSM. It can be a mobile network operator if you are talking about a SIM-based secure element, or it can be any third party handling such stuff. Maybe it can be the bank itself handling over the internet to personalize their secure element inside the mobile phone. And then we have the service provider. It can be a bank, it can be whatever entity, ticketing entity, a government entity, like we have here. So we have one channel through the service provider, can talk through its TSM as a service provider TSM to the secure element issuer TSM to send the required data to personalize the secure element inside the mobile device, which can be a SIM card again, or can be an embedded element again, or can be an accessory, or can be a memory stick, or sorry, a memory device. There is another channel through the mobile network operator, which we are benefiting from their OTA infrastructure, which is of course preferred in some cases because they have already a big based. They have already an infrastructure investment for doing an access to a lot of mobile phones in the market. One of the crucial things that we have to take care, maybe you can write a note of this, that all of this communication should be standard communication. And for this standard communication, there is the global platform messaging. So there is a standard messages. What are the messages that will be communicated here? What are the headers, the trailers of this message? There is a standards for this. So make sure that whatever the entity or whatever the provider who is talking to you, who will be complying with the GP, the global platform messaging. Otherwise, you can end up with a proprietary implementation. Just talk between two TSMs with a proprietary messaging, and you cannot integrate any other services in the future. So we have to make sure that this is a global platform messaging. This is for the whole cycle. On the top of the secure elements, and this is one of the benefits of using a mobile, comes the wallet. The wallet is the interface to the secure element. It means that I can have access to see my credit card. I can go to the 3 digits, the CVV code of my credit card to do an internet transaction because I don't have the physical card in my hand, but I want to do an internet transaction. So I can check the card back and get the CVV code to do an internet transaction. I can check the expiry date of the card. So there is an interface which is displaying the card itself. It can be an interface which is displaying for me my balance. It can be an interface which is displaying for me how many times or how many points remaining to get a free meal from McDonald's. So this is an interface which is communicating to the secure element and getting the required data that can be displayed to the end user. So they can know a lot of information about the application that are installed inside the secure element. And of course, for example, if I have 3 credit cards in my secure elements, I can check which credit card to be used by default, which credit card to be used in the current transaction. All of this is managed by the wallet. So wallet is not just something that is communicating or running on the top of the operating system of the phone. It's something that is communicating to the secure element inside the phone, which can be any kind of secure element as we discussed earlier. Successful implementations, just to see how it's going all over the world. G&D with Telefonica Group, we did a big project for Telefonica mobile network operators in Europe, where we are relying on the UICC. It means that we are relying on the secure element inside the SIM cards. So banks can come to Telefonica groups to personalize their credit cards inside. Retailers can come to personalize their loyalty application inside. Government entities can come to personalize their access or identity inside these cards. And we are handling the SIM cards, providing the SIM cards as a secure element. We are handling the TSMs for these accounts. And we are doing the provisioning. Provisioning, just this term means the personalization of the secure element, the provisioning. And just to mention, there are several types of the provisioning. You can have a bulk provisioning, you can have an over-the-air provisioning, as we discussed. So provisioning means that personalization of the secure element. Another success story, rollouts. Also, it's not pilot. In Australia, and it's not based on an MNO. This was the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, based on iPhone accessory. It's called iCard here, we can see it here. Because iPhone 4, it's not an NFC phone, but it can be enabled using this accessory. It calls iCard. iCard is a secure element. So what G&D was doing, developing the TSM for Commonwealth Bank of Australia to personalize this iCard or this secure element on behalf of the bank instantly, once the user download it from the App Store and click on this button. Instantly, this will trigger his profile inside the bank and personalize his credit card details to use a PayPass transaction using the iCard. We were doing even the packaging and everything for the iCard, and there are a lot of technology geeks in Australia whom are very happy to have this product. You can search Commonwealth Bank of Australia on YouTube. You will find the people who are very keen to get the new iPhone or the new peripheral or the new accessory for iPhone. A lot of people are posting videos. You can see in details how it goes because people are showing. It's not the bank, the people who are keen to have it. So they have like more than 50,000 users so far. Because also they can use the same wallet to top up their credit card. They can transfer to the Facebook users. There are a lot of applications that they are doing, but one of them that are related to our own presentation right now is the NFC and the secure element personalization. What we have also, we have the Intel are coming to the mobile or handset manufacturing, and they will have the NFC phone soon. And for then, this NFC phone, Intel, which is a very big name in the ICC industry, they choose G&D to handle the TSM and the secure element management. So anyone who wants to have, it's an embedded secure element. Anyone who wants his credit card with Intel, G&D will be handling the issuing and the personalization and the provisioning for such stuff. Also, need to mention that the BlackBerry, the new BlackBerry Bold, it contains an embedded secure element, and also it contains the capability to talk to the secure element inside the SIM. So there are two means: embedded secure element inside the BlackBerry or inside the SIM card that will be inserted. For the embedded secure element, it's running also G&D software inside the BlackBerry. It's, of course, it's a RAM product, but inside the ICC, it's a G&D product. Today and tomorrow. So what is going today? Today, a lot of banks are starting to do something to educate their customer, the mobile sticker. So you can just have a sticker, it's just a pure contactless. It's not a secure element at all. Just a sticker you can stick on the back of your mobile. This sticker will just educate the customer that they can pay with their phone. Not, of course, using the phone itself, using the sticker. Yes, we have a sample here of the sticker. It's just another way of payment. You are sticking the cards on the mobile phone because you are not asking everybody to replace their current phone with an NFC-enabled phone. You cannot even afford to offer a full phone or an NFC phone for the customers. So this can be, we are saying that this is a bridging technology, just to educate the customer that there is contactless readers in the market. Tomorrow is coming something called TEE, the Trusted Execution Environment. So we will not be relying on the secure element. We'll be relying on a secure area inside the processor of the handset, which will be handling the personalization of such crucial financial data. So it's like a future where all the phones will have this TEE inside to handle such personalization of the secure element in the future. And there is already one Samsung mobile who is relying currently on G&D MobiCore trusted execution environment. And there are a lot of companies now teaming up to define a clear standardization of the trusted execution environment. But this will be a bit in the future. Finally, I would like to invite you on our booth 45A to see a live demo of an NFC. You can see the wallet and see how you can delete, check the wallet, check your card, check an hotel access application, to check ticketing application, and all of this using an interface to our TSM. It's a product, it's there. We are having a window here to our TSM servers where we can add and delete and do a lot of things to the application inside the SIM card. We are having a full demo in our booth, so please come and stop by. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah, it depends, because the wallets, what we have here, what you are talking about the wallet here, there is a platform of the wallet. For example, once you download something in the secure element, the wallet can go to a wallet server to download the appropriate widget for this secure element personalized application. So for example, you are personalizing the Visa Gold for your bank. Once it's personalizing inside the secure element, the wallet will go to a wallet server to download the artwork of this card. So you have the bank identity inside the wallet. So it's not just personalizing something in the SIM card and the user just, okay, Visa Gold, no. You will have the full card here. So this is, you can get the correct widget to be installed. You can come and stop by. Any more questions? The sticker. The sticker is just a pure contactless product. You know, we have a full contact, dual interface, and a full contactless. It's just a full contactless product, which is not a secure element, and it's not communicating to the mobile at all. It's just sticking on the back, even can be stick on other devices, not only mobile.
Yeah, but can you take us through the whole cycle of payment when there is a sticker used? Because you said we can pay, so can you take us through the cycle of payment?
It's
and
the normal.
What you pay, there is a payment application.
It's a VSDC chip application. Yeah, it's a normal credit
Where is
card.
it residing? In the sticker or in the phone?
In the sticker. There is no interference with the mobile at all. I said it's not a secure element.
So when the bank acts to get that sticker programmed, at which stage?
No, no, this is not related to an NFC. I'm saying
You
that
said it's VSDC in the sticker. At which time the VSDC comes in the sticker?
yeah, at the time that it's a normal card, you know, even the sticker comes with an ID1 format, so it can be personalized using the current machinery at the bank.
So you're saying there are service bureaus like G&D which are issuing stickers like
in-house,
personalizing cards.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's not over the air or something. It's just a pure contactless card still.
In case of the sticker, there is no wallet here.
There is no wallet. It's a pure card. I'm saying that this is a bridging technology. We're having at the current stage just to educate end users. Guys, we have something. Guys, you can pay with these readers. Because currently you can see the acquirers, they are putting the contactless POS in a specific locations, and they have a lot of ads to go and pay. Real cinemas here in Dubai, you can pay with your whatever contactless application. Sticker, mobile, you have the facility. Any more questions? Thank you very much.